Hello everyone and welcome to episode 8 of POH Bother, my chunk-locked Ultimate Iron Man. So in between episodes I've been working on a few things and honestly I don't know the best way to go over all the stuff. So first I did work on some Slayer. Unfortunately I now have a Lizard task which I can't do in my current chunk, so Slayer's a bit on hold. As you might notice though, I also got my Drummond staff back because I have some plans that will evolve it for this episode, and it was also on the way because between episodes I got Hand in the Sand to near completion, so if I actually head up the stairs, or a ladder here to the Wizards Guild, I should be able to turn this in now to complete Hand in the Sand, which will also do a couple other things. So let's see. Yep, there is Hand in the Sand, which is a quest completed for a chunk unlock, which got me 50 crafting, which is a chunk unlock, and 50 crafting is also 1,000 total level, which is a chunk unlock. And aside from that, while I was killing Ogre Shamans, I did get my magic up a bit, which is how I'm able to get in here without boosting now. I also got 60 ranged and 60 hit points. So that's a total of 5 chunk unlocks. So yeah. And also I did kill some sandcrabs just because my range was a bit low for ogresses, and in the process I got 4 clue caskets. So yeah, a lot of things to go over, and there's still more on top of that. But to start off, let's pick the chunks. So I have 5 chunk unlocks, with one of them being roll 2 and pick 1. So the first chunk unlock for 60 hit points is... You know, I actually don't know how this chunk up here should work. I guess it technically is unlockable now because I can go to it, and later on, yeah, it's here, right? Somewhere around here, that's where, or is it here where the crash site cavern? Oh yeah, this is just the normal area, never mind what I was saying. But yeah, that's the crash site cavern, so technically I should unlock that one from here. So that's the one for 60 hit points. Now the chunk for 60 ranged. Okay, desert, not terrible. That'll be useful for tourist trap later on. Also, I probably should note that pretty much where I'm at in the account, there is stuff I can do, but I'm kind of waiting on chunk unlocks to really progress. There's a lot of unlocks I want to get that just need chunks to finish the stuff for the costume room. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get some of those chunks to change the plans for this episode, which is why I tried getting a bunch prepared at the start. So we got the 60 range and 60 hit points. Now here's the chunk for 50 crafting. Well, more of Shazian. I don't think the start of Battlefront here really does much, and I still can't get to the island here, which I would love to, but there's a couple account goals there. Okay, and now for Hand in the Sand. Of course, it's Wilderness. Well, the good news is the final chunk unlock for now is a roll 2 and pick 1, and the 2 chunks are Wilderness, and where's the other one? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, definitely picking Mulch Island. Okay, and, actually, should I... Oh, yeah. Oh. So, when I unlocked this one, it technically should have unlocked or made this chunk rollable because I can now sail the boat. I couldn't access the boat here because it's in this chunk, not this one. So, yeah, either way, I got Lake Mulch and the island now, so I could go for the pearl fishing rods. I don't really want to, but I can. So, yeah, and I also can make my Ultimate Iron Man permanent now, which I probably will go do. I would like to open these caskets, but I think I should clear my inventory first. And on that note, I actually think I am going to out these rune scimitars. So to quickly mention what my plan was, is I was going to save them for trying to kill Elder Chaos Druids in the Wilderness, but I still don't have the prayer level to do that. And I really don't want a death pile and just bring a rune scimitar out there trying to kill them to get the robes for the player-owned house right now. So I feel like it's better to have the cash and the inventory space. So there they go. I don't know, I can always get more rune scimitars later when I ever do that plan, if I ever do that plan. But yeah, so now let me get the looting bag back and try and sort this inventory a bit, and then we can open the caskets. I got the looting bag back and sorted my inventory, so I should have room for the caskets now. Also, you might have noticed I have some noted herbs, and that's because I had to kill Chaos Druid warriors for the white berries, and I was getting some low-level herbs, so I thought might as well note them and hold on to them now, just in case I can do Druidic Ritual and actually start training herb lore, because it would be really nice to have access to this skill just so it doesn't fall so behind the others, because it's kind of a pain to train on Iron Man, I hear, especially Ultimate Iron Man. Anyway, so in the first casket we get, it doesn't look like much. I'm not really expecting to get much from these. I mean, they're only easies. Okay, that was probably worse than I was expecting, even for not expecting much. Oh well. But now what I want to do is grab out my melee gear and go try and train my melees up a bit. Because I've been training my magic and my range, and melee's kind of falling behind, and I had this nice shield I like to wear. But, well, as nice as the Rune Scimitar is, you know, it's storable and all, it's not the best weapon I have access to right now. So you might have noticed that there's a diamond in my inventory, and I got a Draven staff, and that's because I feel like it's worth buying a Dragon Longsword. It should be enough of a DPS increase over the Rune Scimitar that it's worth getting to train up from... Well, I'm going to first train to 60 attack, then I'll go buy the Dragon Longsword and train to 60 defense, so I can use the shield. But, yeah, I don't know, I think it's going to be worth it, even though I can't store it, and I'll probably just out the Dragon Scimitar when I'm done. But, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate there isn't a lot of storable weapons until I get, an ornament kit for a Dragon Scimitar. I think that's the next, weapon I can store in there after the Rune Scimitar, which is why getting this was such a big deal. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to spend the next while, training some melees at Sand Crab, so, see you in a bit. On second thought, I think I am going to grab myself the Dragon Longsword before I go to Sand Crabs, just so I don't have to run back here later, because I'm pretty committed to get it, even though it's 100k from the shop. And I'm showing it because, well, how often do you see someone buy a Dragon Longsword here? It's a pretty obscure thing. Also, technically, doesn't this take me out to the desert? I'm actually not sure if I unlocked this chunk, but, well, if I don't, I'll just teleport out. But I want to see where this goes, because technically this might be, a chunk I should have unlockable that I didn't. So, I don't know. Let's see where it goes. Also, I did say the next storable weapon I'd have... Yeah, I do have this unlocked. Woohoo. But, yeah, maybe this chunk should have been unlockable sooner. Oh, no, it technically is on the lumbered side, so I guess it's fine. Anyway, but, yeah, I also did say the next storable weapon I'd have after the Rune Scimitar would be the Dragon Scimitar. While you can store Dragon Scimitar in the costume room, I forgot that you can store a whip in a stash unit, so... Honestly, that might be the next weapon I go for after this because it's not consistent to farm out the Dragon Scimitar. I think that Orn kit's from Elite Clues, which is probably going to be harder than getting to 85 Slayer, despite the fact I currently can't train Slayer. So, yeah. Anyway, off to Sand Crabs now. And there is 50 defense. So, yeah, I've been training away at Sand Crabs. I got to 60 attack already and using the Dragon Longsword, as you can see. And I hit 50 defense, and honestly, I kind of just want to roll a couple chunks now instead of waiting till 60 to roll them all. Mainly because I'm hoping I can get the other Sand Crab spots over there where there's 3 Sand Crabs, because I'm killing 2 Sand Crabs quick enough that I have to wait around for them to respawn or run over and tag another, which is, I don't know, just a bit annoying. So yeah, I have 2 chunk rows. Here's the one for 60 attack, which is... Ooh. So I actually can't really get here easily because I don't have the path up here, but I can get there through the catacombs. So I can actually get to the Dark Altar, but I can't get the favor to, you know, use the spellbook until I get the library. So that's not super helpful. But the roll for 50 defense is... Oh! Okay, I actually think this one is important. I think the only step I couldn't do for the Lumbridge Easy Diary was mining ore in this mine. I think there's probably some other things this will change too, but yeah, this is actually a pretty nice one to unlock. Maybe I'll actually take a break from trading on Sand Crabs to go do the diary and some other stuff. But yeah, actually, let me just run over here and check the diary real quick before I end the clip. But yeah, I should be able to, yeah, I can do the cave bug, I can teleport, I can craft water runes, I need a talisman. I'm surprised I haven't done these already, honestly. Zombie Easy. Yeah, that was the only one I was missing. So yeah, how about I go ahead and do the Lumbridge Easy Diary now. And there is the Lumbridge Easy Diary completed. So let's actually just teleport to save the walk over there and pick up my lamp to complete it. So yeah, it's Mr. Hadius, however you want to say his name. Now I can't remember what the diary gave. Probably should have just spaced through or spacebar through all of that. I don't think the ring has prayer bonus yet. Oh, it does! So this is probably my best in slot ring. Oh, by the way, my Ring of Life broke when I was pickpocketing and let my hit points get too low. So, yeah. But, yeah, and also, from Sand Crabs, I got an easy clue, which has... I guess that's kind of notable. I don't know, I don't really care much for purple sweets, though. Or not that big of a deal, but... yeah, so purple sweets and the easy diary and a nice new ring, which I don't think does too much yet. Actually, I have a page up here. So the easy diary lets me do low alch. That's not bad. And actually, it already gives me a twice a day 50% run replenish. I thought it didn't start that till higher tiers. That's neat. So yeah, this will be a very nice ring to have now. But since I completed another easy diary, I can now go to the chunk picker and roll another chunk for the diary. And it is... well, at least I got to roll another chunk. I guess it's back to sand crabs now. Okay, so I didn't want to go back to sand crabs yet, so there is a Soul's Bane completed. I was able to do this quest for a while now, and I figured I might as well knock it down now, because, wait, it needs an... oh, the rope's here. But yeah, figured I might as well knock it out now because it does give some defense experience, although I don't think I'm going to use this place unless they update it. But since that was another quest completed, that means I do get to roll another chunk, and I get... oh. I feel like this does have something of significance. I don't know what. But, yeah, I'm not opposed to having Catherby, or the rest of Catherby. Let me look real quick. Is there anything here? I mean, I already have the Taverley Dungeon. I now could go to the Water Obelisk. I guess the Kendaran Diary, but I'm pretty sure I need more chunks than just this to do anything there. I was looking earlier, and I still need Witch Haven for Family Crest, but the Awkward Mine chunk is getting me a lot closer. So, yeah, I don't think there's anything I immediately need to do. I guess some clue steps are here, so that will probably be helpful. But, I don't know, just unlocking more of the map. Now, I might see if there is anything else I can knock out before I turn to sand crabs, because, I mean, I've been grinding a lot of skills up and getting to a lot of 60s in combat. Grinding from, you know, this much defense experience to that much is going to take a, you know, few hours. So, I don't know, some nice chunk unlocks to see if I might be lucky enough to get the good sand crab spots would be nice. I ended up taking a good look over all the chunks at unlock and reviewing all the quests and account goals I could do within it, and I realized there's one thing I could grind out that's pretty big for the account that I've been putting off. So, yeah, I've been trading farming. And the reason for that is there's one very big quest I have not been able to do because of dwellberries. So if you look here, it's 36, and I was able to buy a garden pie in the cooking guild, or the chef's guild, whatever it's called, and ta-da, I have a dwellberry bush. So checking this not only gives me a nice experience drop, but now I can get dwellberries to do Plague City. I already have some of the stuff in my inventory for that. And after I complete Plague City, I can do Biohazard, and once I complete Biohazard, I can do the Underground Pass. I'm not in a rush to do that, but it also let me complete the already easy diary. So yeah, I'm going to start working on that now. And I could roll a chunk for 30 farming. I think I'm going to hold off on that for the obvious reason that if I roll a chunk now, I'm definitely going to unlock one of the ones that had dwellberries in them because I just did a grind to get them. So yeah, but I also have this beginner clue, which has what you'd expect from a beginner clue. So yeah, I'm going to start working on the quest now. And there is the first quest down, now to do Biohazard. And there is Biohazard completed. Now I just need to go finish the diary. And here is the already easy diary completed. So this doesn't give too much right now, but it mainly has the cloak, which has some very nice stats, and the teleport on it. So for the moment I'm going to be using it, but I'll probably have to drop it later. But you know, it's easy to get back. And that also means I now have 4 chunk unlocks. So I will stop rolling chunks if I unlock a specific thing I'm after, since I'll need to complete it to unlock more possible chunks. But yeah, so the first chunk unlock I get is more Felda Pills. I don't know if that one's actually just scenery. I'll make it rollable just in case. But actually, I think I did need this one and this one for Watchtower, so I'm getting closer to being able to do that one. So that was the chunk for 30 farming. Now the chunk for Plague City. Demonic Ruins, I don't care about that. I think there is a wilderness test there, but, you know, not really going to wilderness anytime soon. The chunk for Biohazard. Okay, more towards Quid Immortum. Not terrible, but nothing right now. And the final chunk for the diary. And, oh. Well, that changes things. So, I think I did say at the start I would be able to unlock this one because of how I counted the content there. I don't know, I think I should be able to do temporals even though the boat's in the other chunk. I'll double check my rules on that, but I think that was one of those things I specifically listed. But yeah, I can get there from the boat from Artie. I don't have to go through the desert. So this means I can start doing temporals if I wanted. I'm not really sure if I need to do temporals, but it is now something I have access to, so that's interesting. Quick update on some of the chunk unlocks. I can't do temporals yet because the boat is in another chunk and I need to be on the boat to start the boss. But when I do unlock this chunk, it was this chunk out here that unlocks for free because that's part of the activity. Also, it turns out there's crocodiles over here in this chunk, so if I ever get to do Slayer again and I don't have another crocodile spot, I can come here and kill them, which is nice. And aside from that, the Felled Up Hills chunk I wasn't sure about is a connecting chunk, so it's not a free unlock. So I decide to go do the Tower of Life since it's a pretty quick quest and, well, just to knock it out of the way. But that means since I had another quest done, I get another chunk unlock. And it is... that one's actually significant. So this was the last chunk I needed to do the Karamja Easy Diary, so might as well go do that now. It turns out this diary was a bit harder for me to do than expected, because I was missing one of the skill requirements. I needed 40 mining to mine gold, and I keep forgetting I don't have that. But yeah, now I have, well, I have 40 mining and I got 40 smith in the process, so that's 2 chunk unlocks. I just got the Karamja Easy Diary, so that's another chunk unlock. And I was trading mining and smithing at the ruins from below Ice Mountain, and I got the Imkando Hammer. So if I teleport to my player-owned house and put it in my costume, that will be an account goal for yet another chunk unlock. So a lot more than I was expecting to get off just doing the Karamja Diary, but nice to have gotten all this out of the way. There we go. So yeah, now let's pull out the chunk picker. So first the chunk for 40 mining. Oh my god, I actually got it. Okay, so I've been waiting for this for so long so I can do Priest in Peril. So earlier I mentioned if there was a chunk or a specific chunk I got, I was going to hold off on rolling the other chunks. And that's because if I rolled this chunk, I want to be able to do Priest in Peril so I could start rolling the adjacent chunks in Mauritania. So let me just go do that real quick. And this should complete Priest in Peril. There we go. So that's another quest down. There's some post-quest dialogue. But that means I get another chunk unlock now. So we head to the chunk picker. I still have, this will be the 40 smithing roll, which is more desert. You know, I actually didn't think about how Menafall should be handled. I guess I should unlock or make it rollable because it has the carpet there, which would be out of the chunk, and that's something I can use, but it's kind of a dead chunk at the moment. So yeah, there was a 40 mining, 40 smithing. Now we have the Imkando Hammer. Huh. Well, I think it's a little hard to tell where things go in the Elflands. I mean, technically I can walk up here and go here, but I can't get up here yet. Never mind. Because I have to go around this way and I can't get there yet. So just that at the moment. But starting on Regicide. So now for the Karamja Easy Diary. Actually, I think I should have one more chunk roll. I don't know. I'll have to double check how things were. But that is a nice one to get. I know there was something I needed here. I can do a Dwarf Cannon now. That's what it was. And also need it for the Kindaran Diary. And now for the Priest in Peril, I don't think there's anything really down here. There might be some hunter stuff, but I don't know of anything particular on that side I still needed. And here is Dwarf Cannon completed for another chunk unlock. So let's see what I get this time. And just a bandit camp, which actually doesn't have any more adjacent chunks in the desert, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do now. I did sort out the missing chunk issue. I accidentally locked that one again when I was moving away on the map. But yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do now. I think there's 1 or 2 more quests. I'm getting very close to the Varrock Easy Diary as well. I just need the Kudos. And Priest in Peril got me closer, but I think I still need 1 more quest before I can do that. So, I don't know, I might even go back to Train Defense now, because I don't think I'm going to get those sand crabs. It figures this would happen. So I returned to sand crabs to train defense and I got an easy clue, and I decided instead of just stacking up the caskets to open when I record a clip, I was just going to open them and record a clip if they turned out to be something. And the first time I do that, it turns out to be something. So the black shield isn't that important, but I think I can store it. But the Zammy page, I guess I need to start holding on to these because I do not have the quest done yet to go put it in the book. But Zami book is one of my account goals, so yeah, it would be very nice to get this completed, but for the moment it's just gonna go in the looting bag. Well, I've just been AFKing at Sandcrats for a while, and here it is, 60 defense. Now I can use Dragon and Obsidian and some other cool stuff. Aside from that, as you see in the chat box, I did also get 50 thieving, just because I was getting pretty close to level after pickpocketing all those seeds off Master Farmer, so I decided just to knock that out. So I get 2 chunk unlocks, and also, well, aside from getting camo bottoms, I did get another 2 easy caskets, so I get, well, well, the teleport's new. I wanted to check and make sure that wasn't a... Well, I don't think I can even do this. A Sherlock. I mean, I can check just for, sake of seeing what it is. And Lunar Isle. Yeah, I can't go there anytime soon. So yeah, now I can go to my looting bag and get this shield out and probably replace the elemental shield. I probably will just drop that. But yeah, 2 more chunk unlocks though. Let's see if I can get anything interesting. Oh, also, just a note real quick. I did go ahead and unlock a lot of these water chunks just around the map just so it looks a little nicer. Mainly in-game here so I don't have, black edges off in the distance of water. So that's why the chunk total's a lot higher now. So yeah, let's just do the normal zoom in. And here's the roll for 50 thieving. Okay, give me 1 second. I actually need to double check where magic carpets go. Okay, so according to the wiki, the magic carpet out here can go to Poland without any quest. So because of how I have my rules, this counts as a form of transportation much like a boat. So even though it goes through the overworld and through the locked chunks, it still counts as a way I can travel between them. So yeah, that's why I need to make sure that was unlockable. So also, the reason I had that on my mind is because I remembered I can now charter ship to Port Phasmatis, so this chunk is also rollable as well. So yeah, now here's the roll for 60 defense, and yes, okay, I'm so happy with this. Which chasing? I think this chunk and this chunk are both rollable because I get there, but I don't think I can get down here through here, so I'd have to wait till I get over here, I guess. Something like that. But the reason I've been hoping to get this is because now I can do the Canifist agility course. Because I really have been wanting to train agility. My agility is kind of falling behind my other skills. And I currently have the level for Canifist, but the best I could do is Varrock. So this should be a considerable experience boost. So I might actually go train some agility now. This agility course wasn't quite as nice as I was expecting. I still was failing even up to now, but there is 50 agility. Now I can go to the Falador course, which I probably will. The only other option is I could go to the Shazian course, or the advanced Shazian course, but I think that needs a grapple, which I currently don't have. And I could do the wilderness course, but I don't really want to empty out my inventory for that. So yeah, but I do want to train more agility, but at the moment I'm just getting a little bored of it and kind of want to break. So I'm going to roll the chunk for getting 50 agility. This is also actually my 100th unlock from skills. So what do I get? Okay, once again, I feel like that's my reaction to everything. I technically think I should be able to, or should roll this now, because I can use that shortcut, even though I can't get to the Crash Site Cavern yet. But the Grand Tree is notable. I can't remember everything I need from here, but I know it's needed for some things. It might even be needed for the Eyes of Gluffery. I think I might be able to do that one now. Actually, let me just head back to here and check, because it's down in this cave. Quest progression, Eyes of Gluffery. Yep, I can do that quest now, which is actually really, really big for my account, because the Crystal Saw will save me so much training for some of the goals I want to go for. Like, I've been wanting, or thinking of going for the Teak costume room so I could start storing medium clue items, but that's, going to take millions of coins. But if I can shave off 3 levels with the Crystal Saw, that changes a lot. So I think I might go and do that quest. And also, just to mention, I know this... Well, I can't do the Grand Tree yet because I don't have the shipyard. So that quest isn't possible. But I can now access the shops here. This is where they had Dwellberries if I didn't get the woods, but kind of past that point now. And also I had the clothes shop, which was needed for a ton of early game clues. So really happy with this unlock and really happy I can do this quest. Unfortunately, it seems I was mistaken. So when I put up the quest guide, I noticed you need the Grand Tree to do that quest, and to do the Grand Tree, I need the shipyard all the way over here. So I need to unlock, I think actually just these 2 chunks, but I need to unlock this one to get there. But yeah, so that one's still a bit of ways, but at least I'm closer to it, because as I said, that saw will be very helpful. So this is a bit random, but after finishing up agility, I decided to do a bit more construction because I was one level off boosting for the final tool store. So there I go. I don't think the tool store or the final tool store is that useful because it's mostly stuff in a leprechaun anyway. Although I think I did need a spade before and was a bit annoyed. Or is a spade on another one? Oh, it is. So yeah, it wasn't useful at all. But it is an account goal, so I get to roll another chunk for that. Also, just to mention, I could build a portal chamber right now, and that is a goal. Although I feel like I should only count the goal when I build the portal in the chamber. And I honestly just don't have any portals I want to build now, because the main portals I'd be able to build are stuff like Falador, but it's right near Rimmington, Rock, but I always have a fire staff, you know, stuff like that already, but I have the boat right outside my house. So the portal chamber hasn't been a big priority, but there definitely are some portals I want later on. Like when I have the Camelot chunk, I'll want the portal for that probably. So I don't know, but I do have the money for it. I do have a plan to get the teak planks to make the portal frames. I just haven't had a big need to rush out and do it right now. But here's the chunk roll for the account goal, and it is honestly not the worst, because that's where the crazy archaeologist is, right? I mean, I don't have anything I really want to go kill it for right now. I think it is a, you know, a chunk task, but I don't know, not upset with that one. After the last clip, I remembered something very important I can now do because I unlocked the Grand Tree. So if I talk to the cook here, if you look at my inventory, you probably know what it is, but I now can finish the first part of RFD. However, this does give a quest completed screen, but it doesn't actually count as a quest completed, so all the RFD subquests will give quest points towards that, you know, goal, but they won't actually count as quests for chunk unlocks, which is a little disappointing, but, you know, it's how I ruled it, you know, around the 150 quest. But, yeah, so now I can start RFD. I can't do too much of it this episode, but I would at least like to work a bit at it. And with this, I'll complete the first part of RFD, the Goblin Generals. However, while this does not give me a quest completed, it did give me something else of note. Oh, and a farming level too. I guess that's also kind of notable. But I now have 75 quest points, and I get to roll 2 chunks and pick one every 25, so let's do that now. Have the map all nice and zoomed out, and the 2 chunks are, okay, either Wilderness or down here. Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy choice. I'm going to pick the one down here, because actually, I'm getting very close to lizards now for my Slayer task, or a couple of chunks off anyway. I'm not sure if any are up here. There might even be some in this one, actually. Let's check real quick. Nope, not in this one. But I'm at least making progress into the desert, which has, you know, the golem over here, lizards down here, and some other cool stuff. But actually, this is where I think I'm going to be wrapping up this episode. I know it's been going on a bit. I'm actually not sure how long it is because I haven't got to edit it yet. But I made a lot of progress. The map has opened up a ton. And in the next episode, I'll hopefully get to open up even more. There's still a little bit more I can do of RFD at the moment. I can do the pirate subquest. And I also can do big choppy bird hunting and all of this one, I believe, unless there's some item requirement I'm missing. And yeah, I also plan to try and work a bit more on agility between levels, because I would like to do the underground pass, but I really would like a higher agility first, because underground pass on a UIM seems difficult enough already. Don't want to make the any harder by having lower agility. So yeah, but this is where I'm going to wrap up this episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.